How does it? All right, just mentioning that a MotorTrend certified vehicle comes with a warranty does not communicate the necessary value. Consumers have a very low opinion of the dealer provided used vehicle warranties. That's why we want to literally, if you made it through second grade, you got some sales training. It's called show and tell. Okay, show and tell is more effective than tell. So I can say, hey, Brittany, you know, we expect the ever-living devil out of these things. I mean, it's multi-point. I mean, we go through it with a fine-tooth comb. Or I can say, Brittany, check this out. This is everything that has to pass. Every one of these check marks could indicate money we spent on the vehicle, because if something doesn't pass, we have to spend money to fix or replace. Now, how much do you think, well, you may know, how much do you spend on average to recon and inspect your used cars right now?
Probably $1,500.
Yeah, I would say at least 15. Does the customer ever give us credit for that?
No, only if something breaks after that.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the reason the customer doesn't give us credit for it is we're not creating enough value in it. I mean, I'm going to say, Brittany, we average spending $1,500 on these vehicles before you ever see it, before you ever drive it, before you ever take it home. And the reason we do that is so you won't have to spend money on it after you take delivery. Cross your fingers on that one.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'll even say, look, Brittany, you can find a similar vehicle, the one you're looking at here, for less money. I promise. Okay, what is it, Blue Knob or?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Blue Knob, they got cheap cars. Cheap. The pleasure of cheap lasts about 2 seconds. Okay, as soon as you sign for cheap, it becomes more expensive in most cases. That's not going to happen here. We're going to inspect it. We're going to recondition it up to nearly new. Then we're going to guarantee it 3 ways. I'll get to that in just a second. Next page.
It's funny though how sometimes I mean, I have all my ROs for every used car sit beside my desk, and
That's a beautiful thing. Then at your store, they ought to be able. They should be able to see some value in this. This is what we do.
I'll try to, the customer, if you hear them, I mean, I'll say, hey, I can show you what we did to the car. And,
right.
I mean, it's simple.
And again, the line that I like, and I learned it from a salesman, is we spend this money so you don't have to. Okay, you go down the street, the car's $1,000 cheaper. Yeah, could well be if they just washed it and changed the oil, if that, but they didn't check anything else. You drive that thing off the lot, your first visit may be to a service department or a tire store or a brake store. That's not going to happen with us. So, cheap is not necessarily a better deal. All right, I already talked about that. Differentiation, already talked about that. If I buy a Kia certified vehicle, where can I get the vehicle repaired if I need a repair?
Kia.
Okay, Kia only. If I buy a Ford certified vehicle, Ford only. Chevy, Chevy only. A MotorTrend certified customer, obviously we want them to come back to a TriStar store, and if they dial the 1-800 number, we're always going to send them to a TriStar store. But if they can't get to one, or they've moved, or they're on vacation, they can go to any service facility in the country, automobile dealership or independent, that employs certified technicians. Okay? Our deductible is only $100. Factory deductibles run the gamut from $100 to $500. Independents, $200 up to 50% deductibles. So we've got an advantage over the factories and the independents in that respect. Now, yesterday, one of the Chrysler salespeople said, well, but the Chrysler CPO program is a 7/100 powertrain warranty. I said, okay. And he goes, this is only $675. I said, yes. I said, here's the choice that Kevin and Greg had. We could have provided a MotorTrend warranty that was a lifetime powertrain warranty. We could have provided a stated component warranty that was 12 months or 15,000 miles. But in each of those cases, when we have done that in stores, well, it makes it nice for the salespeople, but it drives down service contract penetration in the F&I office. We don't want to trade dollars here. This one, the $675, almost always service contract penetration goes up because the customer likes the idea of a warranty, but most people keep their vehicle longer than 6 months or 7,500 miles. So when I tell the customer about this, I'm always gonna mention, I'm gonna say, look, if you plan on keeping the car longer than 6 months, and you probably do, check with our finance people. They'll show you how to bump this up to 4, 5, 6 years. Okay? In fact, they can even show you a policy that will cover even more than this. Make sure you ask them. So we want to set up our finance people for success.